I don't really define success. It's not sort of a word that preoccupies me. When you define success, you might be completely undershooting your potential, right? That's the danger when you think of the world in that way, whereas we're always looking at, how deep can we reach? How high can we aim given what we have to work with here? So that's really our mindset towards everything. I am Frank Slootman. I am the chairman and CEO of Snowflake. We're a newer generation of software companies. We are enabling massively scaled, very, very high performance analytical data processes. This day and age, business processes are end-to-end digital, and data becomes the beating heart of their enterprises, and Snowflake is what enables that. Things are going to change dramatically in the world of data. I mean, historically, data has been used for reporting, it's been used for populating dashboards. Where we're moving now is that where data is literally driving digital operations, and with the requirements that come with that in terms of what the platforms have to be capable of, things like machine learning and AI, it's very different. I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding around IPOs that it's some kind of biblical event that sort of changes the world, and from where I'm sitting, having done this a number of times, it's a blip on the radar. It comes in, it goes. It's a mile marker during a marathon. It's not nearly as consequential as people think, and we're not mesmerized by it. We're not obsessed with it. It comes in, it goes. And by the way, the process of taking companies public is not that hard if you have a good company, by the way. It's actually, in the case of Snowflake, it was incredibly easy because the demand, outstripped the supply by orders of magnitude. When I was a kid, there were a few years where I wasn't having very good grades, and I remember my dad telling me, I don't really care what your grades are as long as you're putting everything into it that you have, and then we will accept whatever that is. What that means is I'm very much focused on the inputs, not on the outcomes. My worry is that when I join a company like Snowflake, I'm being handed a promise, a potential. Right? And my role in the company is to deliver on that potential to the absolute fullest. And we live in perpetual fear and anxiety that we are not fully delivering on the potential that we are handed. I have empathy with a lot of quarterbacks that don't know how to retire because you know what it feels like to be in those very, very tense, highly charged situations and being able to prevail. And you can never reproduce that when you leave the field. You just can't. You'll never be better than when you're under the gun and when the demands are very, very great and the problems are difficult and complex, right? One of the things you notice when you're in so-called retirement, you start to atrophy, pretty quickly. I mean, not in a very obvious way, but you're just feeling the edge. Starts to become dull. People like me don't like that. We are feeling our best when we're being our best, and the only way to be your best is to subject yourself to the most demanding set of circumstances. Being in the arena is sort of a natural habitat, for me. It makes me feel like, I am going to be the sharpest I'll ever be.